In WWE history, there have been moments we never thought we would ever see, from shocking moments to ones that truly left us speechless because we never believed they would happen. Many of these moments had crossed our minds more than once, but we knew they were almost impossible. For now, I'll stop talking, and today I'll show you moments we never thought would happen in WWE. When CM Punk left WWE in 2014, many fans felt like their world was falling apart. It was hard to believe that one of the most important faces of the company would leave just like that. However, 8 years later, we would see CM Punk return to the ring, and he would do it in AEW in 2021. Where everyone thought he would stay for a long time, since Punk had already announced through the media that he would never return to WWE. However, in the summer of 2013, the relationship between Punk and AEW ended, and not on good terms. From that moment on, everyone started to speculate how incredible it would be for Punk to return to WWE. A return that would actually happen at Survivor Series in 2023. Impacting the WWE Universe and leaving the crowd more than excited. Punk has since been part of major feuds and storylines in the company, the same company he once said he would never return to. Many fans have wondered why WWE censored Victoria for so many years. It seemed like this wrestler deserved the same recognition as Trish and Lita. She was part of the first women's steel cage match and won her first title in a violent match at Survivor Series in 2002. However, when Victoria asked for her release from WWE in 2009, she went directly to Vince and told him that she wanted to pursue other types of business and that she wasn't happy with her in-ring character in the company. Vince gave her one last match and let her say goodbye to the audience. However, 90 days later, when her contract no longer prevented her from appearing in other companies, she showed up in TNA, WWE's competitor at the time. She had a successful career and became a 5-time champion. However, WWE didn't forgive her for this and tried to ban her for several years. She left TNA in 2012, but it wasn't until 2021 that WWE brought her back for the Women's Royal Rumble, where she had an incredible appearance. The fans couldn't believe that the Black Widow was back after years of being censored. Victoria herself confessed that WWE treated her like someone really important. They gave her a result, a good number to make her entrance at the Royal Rumble, and they let her shine. In 2024, Victoria signed a Legends contract with the company, and her appearance in the WWE 2K-25 game was confirmed. Cool. What if in 2006 I had told you that John Cena would become a villain? You would have called me crazy, and absolutely no one would have believed me, because they would say that's impossible. Because John Cena was for years the hero of WWE, the kids' hero, the person who has granted the most wishes in Make-A-Wish, and so many other achievements and attributes. However, all of that would change at Elimination Chamber in 2025, when he would join The Rock and turn heel after hitting Cody Rhodes hard. The crowd was completely silent. No one, absolutely no one, could believe what they were seeing. John Cena, the company's hero, doing such a thing. It was hard to process, right? But that's how it was, and right in his last year as a wrestler. John Cena would make an impact on the WWE Universe in one of the most memorable moments in the company's entire history. The faces of children crying and screaming will be forever marked by this incredible heel turn by John Cena. Before the video continues, I have an important fact for you. Future WWE superstars, how is everyone doing? I'm Diego Aranis, and together with my casino, one of the biggest betting portals on the internet, you all probably know it, we bring you an important message. And at my casino, you can get a welcome bonus by registering with my code ARANIZE, which will be appearing here on the screen. And you'll get your first deposit doubled. If you deposit 5,000 pesos, you'll have 10,000, and if you deposit 20,000, you'll have 40,000. It's crazy. It's worth mentioning that my casino has the best odds on the market, and you can place bets starting from just 150 pesos. It's very easy to deposit money, and it's even easier to withdraw all your winnings. What about you? What are you waiting for to go to my casino now with my code to double your first deposit? My casino, play, win, and above all, cash out. Neither TNA nor AEW have managed to destabilize WWE like WCW did. The company led by Eric Bischoff in the 90s was just one step away from putting an end to WWE. They were beating them in the weekly ratings for more than 80 consecutive weeks. A single mistake by WCW caused nearly 1 million people to change their TV that day, and they never got the ratings they were used to again. Eventually, WCW started to decline and ended up going bankrupt at the end of the year 2000. In 2001, Vince McMahon shocked everyone when he claimed that he had bought WCW. It was truly insane. He had bought the company that made WWE tremble and took away its most successful superstars of that time, like Hulk Hogan. Vince didn't just surprise fans by buying WCW, but also because this made us realize that absolutely no one could compete against him, since the financial power he had was truly incredible. Without a doubt, this was a moment that no one saw coming. A similar event to what happened with John Cena occurred in the 90s, marking the first major instance of a beloved wrestler turning into a villain. We're talking about Hulk Hogan, who also managed to be a hero for kids and young people and managed to revolutionize the wrestling business back in those years. When everyone thought that Hogan was coming to help Randy Savage at the Bash at the Beach event, the fans were left speechless when the Hulkster delivered 2 brutal leg drops to Macho Man. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall burst out laughing and confirmed to us that he was on their side. How bewildering must this have been that a front row fan couldn't believe what he was seeing? The Hogan fans were shocked, and no one, absolutely no one, could believe this. Hogan, the revolutionary of the 80s and 90s, was joining the villains and betraying his principles in front of the whole crowd. After the fall of WCW, the vast majority of the superstars came to WWE, although there were some talents who took longer before signing with Vince's company. For example, nobody imagined seeing Goldberg enter WWE. It was a huge shock. The fans had been asking for it for years, and he finally did it in 2003, but even more anticipation than Goldberg in the company was generated by Sting. El Cuervo took almost 20 years after the collapse of WCW to appear in WWE, and he did it by showing up at the Survivor Series event. The WWE Universe had been asking for this moment for years, and when it finally happened, it was very hard to believe. I mean, it's something we never imagined. By that point, we all thought Sting would never make it to Vince's company at that time. The only downside is that age had caught up with him. We expected to enjoy him briefly, since he arrived at an old age. Maybe if we had had him in WWE before 2010, he could have given us a truly incredible feud with The Undertaker.